how to hide your goodies and access them without people knowing. Goodies. And you get back what you put in. And I wanted this to be small and compact, not like a super awkward, you've got to put a certain token in, but just a hidden chest where you don't have to go and pick up a key card from the other side over here or anything else. And this is the redstone. And this is because I'm like a redstone noob. I do lots of redstone, but I like learning about it as I go. So I will try and walk you through what I have done here and rebuild it. And I've only just finished this, so I'll probably get it wrong a couple of times. So, first of all, we have a sticky piston which will retract. I'll use any blocks, and it will reveal a chest behind a wall. Below here, where you throw your stuff, you have a hopper minecart that can pull stuff in from a full block above. It goes into a hopper that goes into a dropper facing upwards, into another dropper that faces upwards, so you have to fire the first dropper and then the second one to push it up through a block so you can pick up whatever you've put in. There's a comparator here which detects whether something has come through from the floor above, through the hopper minecart into this hopper, and that will fire a signal, strength of 1. So we have a repeater here that amplifies that to a strength of 15. And then on this blue line, it comes round here, again through another repeater. That's just to make sure that the redstone signal doesn't come back through here into this system. It goes into a very simple pulse extender. This is like the most simple pulse extender you can have. And it goes into a target block rather than a block, because the target block will redirect redstone. So it will redirect redstone up, unpower this torch, which will retract the piston whilst this is repeating down. And then when this is finished its redstone pulse, that will push the piston back up again, hiding all of the crimes. Meanwhile, over here, into the yellow line, this takes a 1 tick into this block, which powers this hopper, which is where the item has first gone. And also at the same time, through another 1 tick, it powers this block, which powers this redstone, which powers this block, which powers this hopper, which is facing up to deposit the item back to where you're standing. So if you're standing here and you're going to drop in something, you can see this is delaying down here. It keeps the door open a little bit longer. You can just have it straight away, just go straight in. That's fine. You just have to be quick on your clicking to access the chest. So this is what we're going to be building. Super simple on resources. I'm going to build this a little bit backwards, which I hope will be logical when it's done. I'm going to start with the droppers. The items will be coming up, right? So we have items going into here, up here, and then through a solid block. Solid block will be quartz. And then what we need is a hopper feeding into the bottom dropper. Rail on there. Our hopper minecart on top of that. Right, so if we drop something into here, let's say one of those blocks, it will get sucked into this hopper minecart, into this hopper, and into this dropper. When something comes into this hopper at the bottom here. Nice. And what we need is a little bit of a gap. So if we break a couple of blocks here, get our sticky piston, and we'll pull down the block that you see over here next to the hopper minecart. So we just need to place a temporary block by that hopper, place our sticky piston, here. And when that extends, it will place the block which hides our chest about here. Single or double chest, it doesn't matter. So when this block pushes up, it will reveal this chest to the person standing over here, and then you can like grab your items from behind there. I think that's the same level. It's not. Right, good. Hidden. Available. Next thing to do is actually place your target block next to the piston. And on top of that, you want to place a redstone torch. Signal will come into here, and target blocks are great because they redirect signal in all directions. So it actually reduces the amount of redstone dust tracks that you have. Some redstone wires so that we know what we're actually doing, and here we'll use dark blue, that's fine. And this is where we're going to put our pulse extender. A bit of redstone dust. Coming out of here, and we need comparators. And this is the easiest pulse extender ever. So we have our pulse extender that runs 2 into this way and 2 in the opposite direction. Add a little bit more wiring. And that's a pulse extender. That means that when it gets a signal coming into here, it will run here, round and round and round. And each one will be like 15 minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. This is about as big as you can get using this design. If you were going to use 2 more comparators, it starts getting janky and doesn't really work. Now, next, out of here, this will, anything that drops into this hopper will get a signal strength of 1. So unless you put a repeater here, it won't power anything. It will just diminish straight away. So let's use a different color to denote that. And we'll put our redstone in this direction with our repeater. Next, we need to power this bottom dropper. So when something drops into this and this powers, we want to shoot up into the second dropper. So we can put a block, any block will do, facing into that, and as soon as we put a signal into this block, the signal will go through there, power this hopper, dropper, and we'll put something into the dropper above. So we just need to power that. Like so. Then we need to power this dropper shortly after this one, so it comes from here into here, gets powered, pushes it up into here, and then pushes it up to the player again. So we can do that with, let's change so we know what we're doing. That powers that. In the same way, we'll put a repeater. That's definitely not the same. We'll put a repeater here. That's it. So we have a signal that comes into here, but not back into the loop again. Then we need a block here, another block here. So this repeater will power this block, and we'll put a block above facing to this, so we get some signal here. Looking pretty good. Yeah, so this signal will power this block, which will power this redstone, which will power this block, which will power this dropper, which will push something up. Now, in order for things not to fall out of all of the sides, my poor old hopper minecart, let's put some blocks around the top. Let's block in the minecart so it can't escape. And this should be the entire circuit. You don't have to worry about the repeaters, signals, one tick, and then this will have another tick. Should be good enough. Let's give it a quick test. And it works. I really wasn't expecting that it was going to work. And if I can do that in this amount of time, happy days. Let's replace that with something that nobody knows. Take any block. Access your chest. Take your valuables out. Walk away. No one's the wiser. Hope you enjoyed this. Learning redstone with Quindexter. Quindexter out.